Good morning, Vamps. I'm not gonna lie, I literally just woke up, but there's like 45 minutes left to World's Edge, and I wanted to make a video, so I just hopped up. Haven't even had my coffee yet. We're getting straight into this. Kind of have something I want to talk about today. I don't know. I just wanna kind of go on a story time. Just talk about when I was younger, just stupid, just the mistakes I've made. I don't know. Hopefully, somebody can, take wisdom from this and not be like me. When I was like 20, like 7 years ago. Crazy to think. I was around 20. I started talking to this girl that I met on Twitter. We were just like mutuals. She's like super cute. We just talk a lot, and I had like went through a breakup at the time, but I was on my solo arc and I was just vibing out. But you know, we had like this emotional intimacy and a little like other stuff too. But like we just talked. Like she lived far away, and like I don't know, we just had like this closeness with each other. And it wasn't it wasn't new to me to, do long distance. I had a long distance girlfriend before, and it's something that I didn't necessarily want to do again. But I did really like this girl. I don't know, it's kind of just like I don't know. Anyways, I started traveling a lot because of music, and I was going out to LA. And I think one of the first times I ever went out to LA, I think she's seen it on my story or something, but she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I was just out there, da da da," because she lived in Arizona, and so she seen me out there, and she's like, "I'll drive back out, like, and come see you," and I'm like, "Holy crap!" Like, first of all, I felt like a rock star because, like, I got this girl that wants to like come see me while I'm out in LA. Like, I'm at this B&B with like a bunch of my other homies. We're just making music, smoking weed, like doing drugs, like vibing out. By the way, I've been playing MNK, the last like 2 days because I've been doing these videos. Dude, my thumb is hurting like a mofo today. I don't know if like I'm just like using a muscle I've never used before, but like holy crap, dude. I was like, why is my like tendon in my thumb fucking like hurting today? Yeah, I think it's from MNK. But anyway, so she drove out to see me, right? And like she just hung out with me and like she ended up staying the night and we did stuff and like I don't know, I was having a good time with her, right? She just kind of hung out with me for the weekend and like I really liked her. It was the first time I liked somebody since my ex that I was with, and like I could, even though I didn't want to do long distance again, like since I was traveling a lot and I was planning on like trying to move to LA at some point, it wouldn't be that far away. Like she lived like 5 hours away. So I'm like telling her this, like, or I don't know, like I remember, I remember standing next to her car as she was leaving to like drive back home, and her saying like, like I want to see you again and like all this stuff, and I was like, shit, I mean, like, like you can, like this don't have to be the last time. And so like we kind of had like this agreement that like this wasn't the last time. And I guess my teammates are duo. Oh yeah, one of them's console. So I gotta just keep up with these guys. Hopefully they don't yell at me if I troll, bro. I'm not feeling it right now. Um, but yeah, so she ends up going home. I finish my trip in LA. I fly back home, and like we're texting and stuff. And okay, keep in mind, chat. I kind of left this part out, but you know, a lot of the reason why like we connected in the first place, or not the reason, but like just part of you know, I guess the plot line is uh, she was into drugs pretty heavy. She did some pretty hard drugs, but she would like she was she told me she was sober, right? But I don't know. There's still like a lot of. Anyways.
Yo, yeah, chill. All two.
My bad. Um. But yeah, so she flies home. Or, I mean, she drives home. I fly home. And like, I don't know. She's just like being weird, and I could feel it. Right? I could sense it. And like, I don't know. I kind of just gave her an ultimatum. I was just like, yo, like, let me know. Like, like I'm down for this shit if you are, but you know, if not, like, let me know. And kind of like, I can't really remember like what like happened after that moment, but I just remember like maybe like I can't remember the time frame exactly. This was so long ago, but at one point I see on Twitter she posts this picture with this dude, or maybe I find his Twitter or something. But like, there's just a picture of her with another dude, and the dude saying like "I love you" like in the caption, and I'm like, what the fuck? So come to find out, she has a whole boyfriend back in Arizona that like she low key like cheated on. Ike cheated on, and you know that shit kind of just effed me up. So, you know, I already was going through like shit with my ex, like with like, you know, not like things not being faithful, and like I don't know. Anyways, I was pretty like distraught over that. Honestly, that shit fucking broke my heart because I really liked her, and like I don't know, she just messed me up. But you know, I confronted her about it, and like, you know, I just told her like that shit wasn't cool and like all this stuff, and then I kind of just, you know, deaded it. I didn't talk to her again. Like, I'm really good at holding grudges, like especially back in the day. And so we didn't talk for a really long time. Like I want to say like 6+ months, and then out of nowhere one day she just started like spam calling me like on everything, like IG, like everything. And this is trigger warning, by the way, chat. This is pretty like morbid, but her man's ended up like committing in her room. Like it was this whole fucking thing. It was really messed up. And
They're right here.
alright, I'm locking in for this fight, and then we're finishing story time. I know that was heavy, and like. Uh-oh, that's not looking good. You guys are deep.
Hey, let's drop.
But yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, I still cared for her, and even though she, like, hurt me and, like, she was messed up, like, I want to leave, but yeah, I need to just leave. But yeah, I know, like, I mean, that show's messed up, you know, and like, I don't know, I cared about her, and I just wanted to be there for her, so I would try being there for her. Like, it was just kind of messed up because, you know, after what she did to me, like, me still, like, caring for her, and like, you know, but we talked, and like, we were basically just friends, you know, for a bit, and then I ended up going back to LA. And she came out to see me. I was going through like a really hard time at the time. Like I was like, bro, so much like messed up stuff that I don't really want to get into. But you know, I was just like I was in LA with like a bunch of other artists, and there was a lot of drugs, like a lot of drugs. Everybody was fucked up, and like there was just a lot of bad things happening. And I wanted to just like kind of escape with her, and we got like this hotel. She was with her friend, but like We just kind of hung out and like chilled around the city, but like she was just giving me like these hella weird vibes when we were together. Like, you know, obviously when I seen her again, you know, all the feelings came back and like I was, you know, just seeing hard eyes, but like it was just this weird thing. Like, you know, it'd been some time since that, but like, you know, not enough for her to fully heal, you know, or like, but like there's obviously intimacy between us. We've had intimacy before, and like there's like touching, but like not like anything like.
Red Nexus was ruined by some enemy.
You'll be alright.
Ready to fall back if things get too messy.
It's not a good shot. This is probably the end of this one. Ah, you got him 1 HP, bro. Just suck at MK.
Oscar Mike, spotted.
Alright, we're gonna queue another one so I can keep yapping. Nice try, team. But yeah, so I don't know, like we're just like it was just really. I felt like I had ulterior motives because I still cared for her and like I still wanted something with her, even though like, you know, why would I? Because she's fucking low key a piece of shit to me. And like, you know, like here's a tip for all my people out there, but you know, if they leave you or if they leave somebody for you, they'll leave you for somebody else. You know, like you never want to, you know, shouldn't be with people that are like that. You know,
This team will be landing.
or I don't want to. I don't want to get too into that topic. It's my view on relationships and like, you know, monogamy and like I don't know, just a bunch of things have shifted a lot over the years. I don't know if it's just all the trauma I've been through that I just don't give a fuck anymore, and it's like, you know, I just don't care. Like, you know, I just feel love with who I feel it with, and that's that. Like, I don't have any expectations anymore. You know, I've been lied to and manipulated so much that like, just, you know, people are gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. So, you know. Yeah. Anyways, back on topic. You know, I just basically told her that second time seeing her, you know, like, hey, like, I don't think I can be friends with you. Like, you know, I want to be there for you. You know, I'm really sorry for what happened, but you know, I still care about you, and like, I still have feelings for you, and I just, you know, I don't think that this can work. So we said goodbye. It was like really hard. Honestly, I couldn't even tell if she gave a fuck. Like, she was acting so like weird, but like, you know, also like she'd been through so much. Like, you know, I don't know. I give people the benefit of the doubt, or but anyways, fast forward, and you know, however many months, I can't even remember, maybe like another couple months,
Ooh, quite fun.
I had this show. I got invited to this show, my first ever show out of state, bro. It's like crazy how this works, right?
Quite far.
And I was super like,
Speaking, of course.
I was super like spiritual back then too. Like I was super like laws of attraction, like manifestation, like all like I don't know, just like all that kind of stuff. My first ever show was in her hometown, chat.
Rings far and closing in 45.
Like,
We go
is
down.
that, you know, like what would you do if that was you? Like, you know, like obviously you're gonna reach out to her. So that's what I did. And of course she knew I was coming. She had seen. She was like, I'd love to come to your show.
Extended light
I was like, I'd love to have you come to my show.
level 2. Extended light mag
We
here.
met up
Level
and
3.
we just hung out that night. I remember we were leaving sound check, and she just kissed me. It's the first time we kissed in like a year. She came with me back to the B&B. We hung out and cuddled and fucked, and you know, she told me she wanted everything with me, all this stuff. I'm gonna let teammates do trials, so I'm not bothering them. You know, she told me she wanted to make this work.
Standard stock here. Level
Yeah.
2.
I don't know, it was like, can't really remember like that moment that well, I don't really remember how like everything transpired, but basically she ended up asking me to be her boyfriend like another few months later. I had another show in LA that we linked up for. You know, it's just making sense. Like I was over on the West a lot. She lived over there. We were just like seeing each other all the time, and like we both cared about each other and all this stuff. But it was hard because, you know, she like what she had been through with her ex and like what, and you know, I was low-key involved in that situation too. So like I just, you know, I'm a very insecure person. You know, part of it's because of things that have happened to me with other people. You know, so like, you know, when I was with her, I always felt, you know, she really loved that her ex, right? And like, I know she loved me too, but I just always felt like it's really morbid, but I felt like I was competing with somebody who wasn't even here anymore. Like, I felt like I had to like die for her to like care about me the way that, you know, it's like super messed up.
Readying up fallback if things get too messy. Returning you to my void nexus so you won't miss me too much. Shields recharging. No dying today. You have to get back to your son.
Yeah, so we kept dating.
Got a
I don't
level
know.
and an
It
upgrade.
was
Oh,
pretty hard.
why? I've upgraded.
Like, I mean, it was good, but like also there's much insecurity and like worry and like just not feeling like I was enough. And you know, she had lied to me in the past, so like I always was just, I didn't trust her fully, you know. So I don't know. I feel like that affected things.
Got a mark there. Long shot away.
I guess my point of the story is like
Gonna need you here.
people show you their true colors right away, you know. You just gotta be willing to see them. You know, I gave her the benefit of the doubt so much.
Me and you are down. Pause. Enemy here. Hooligan reviving here. Shatters the prey shield. My brain is down. Oh, they're healing. Hey, spotted here. Nope. You're not dying.
I'm so bad, bro.
Just need a wee petty up. Heal it up. Whole squad down. And the herd gets thinner. Oh, bother. Me and you are down. Taking a void nexus. This thing is weird.
Dude, you could just res me right here.
Don't worry. Just
My
bring you
void
to our
nexus
weird
is
void
lost.
nexus.
Wanna beg me for another?
Cause I mean that's pretty much how it ended, too. It just ended in lies and fucking deception and that's all the relationship really was the whole time. Just me lying to myself and her lying to me and herself.
Next ring's far. If you're old or injured, bye-bye.
I don't know if this was just a therapy session for me or what. You know, I feel like I only cracked the beginning of that whole fiasco, but yeah, probably don't date people that cheat on their boyfriend for you. It's probably the call, chat. And also probably stay away from people who have drug addictions. Because you cannot save them. They can only save themselves. And I've learned that the hard way multiple times. I learned that with her. I learned that with my recent ex.
Taking fire.
I just cannot be around people that use anymore. You know, I used to feel like, you know, I could relate. God damn it, my aim's So bad, bro.
Place a gate for any crashes.
Dude, my aim, bro. My aim is just not it. Yeah, sorry for the weak gameplay today, chat. Like I said, just woke up. Haven't even had coffee. I don't even think my brain's functioning yet. But yeah, I wanted to do today's video. I know it's kind of like a dark topic. I don't know if I'm gonna always like do that. I don't know. I was thinking about it this morning, and I guess I just want to talk about it. I want to share my life, and I want to share my experiences, good and bad, and I want to, help people maybe learn from my mistakes. Yeah. So if you're going through a hard time with somebody right now, you know, I haven't found it yet, but the right person should make it easy. I don't think it should be such a difficult thing. You shouldn't have to be worried. You shouldn't have to fear. Like, you shouldn't have to have like all those things built up into a relationship. It's just not healthy. But yeah, hope y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching. Peace.